darlings. I'm sorry, you caught me in the process of brewing a little cup of tea. I just came in from outside. I had to run a couple of errands, and honestly, it's beautiful and sunny outside, but quite frankly, it's absolutely freezing, or at least for me it was. I actually still feel a little chilly in the house, so I just took off a wool coat and put on an oversized sweeper sweater, something that I feel comfortable in at home. As I was saying, I'd stepped out today. I wanted to go, well, actually on my way home from work, I decided to pick up a few things, just run a few little errands. And on the way, these are some of the things that I purchased. I purchased this bottle of wine from Total Wines to gift to a friend who's been taking care of my fur baby for me. My rather large fur baby, you all know Thaddeus. I also popped into Sephora because there were some things that I just needed to purchase, or at least I thought I needed to purchase. I've got very good at going through my list and checking what it is exactly I need. So I don't go in and I just buy willy-nilly anything. I don't do that anymore. Or at least I thought I didn't do that anymore. Because I went into Sephora and my main goal was actually just to get my NARS concealer. And they didn't have any full sizes. They only had one single unit left, which was this one in my color. And this was $17. So I picked this up thinking, okay, I'll take that. And as I'm walking along to the counter, walking through the NARS aisle, I come across a crystal powder. And the one in my purse is like on its last leg, basically. And I said, oh, I need one of those. So I grabbed one of these two. Only to find out when I got home, I already had a full-size one of these in my little makeup closet in the bathroom. And not only did I have this one, I also had a second and a third one. So I really didn't need this at all. So I need to do better at making my lists. Then the other thing was I've been craving crab meat sushi for the longest time. And the Whole Foods next to me does not make it anymore. Or should I say they do make it, but they make it with, I don't even know how to say this. Is it an alternative imitation crab? Excuse me? What exactly is imitation crab? Well, it's not something that I'm interested in trying. So I went and got real crab meat sushi, and I'm so happy. This is going to be for my dinner this evening. I'm really happy about that. And then this was something that I actually didn't purchase, but I wanted to let you know about this because this is something new. Because as I'm walking out of Sephora, you know, as you walk down that aisle and there are all those lovely tantalizing trappings that you always think, oh, I want this and I need this and I need this. And I knew that I needed another night cream and a moisturizer. And I was so tempted and I said, no, you have one at home. This one was gifted to me by Tom Hansen. He knows a young lady that's just started out her business, and she is making this product called Source, which is a rich hydrating moisturizer, night cream and body moisturizer, a body butter. And I'm like super psyched and excited to be trying this because honestly, when I opened it, it came in this fabulous little brown box with all this kind of crunchy crinkled brown paper. It was really cute. And I thought to myself, wait, you haven't ordered anything. What is this? And I was really confused. And I thought, is this an Amazon purchase that I ordered and didn't realize? But no, it wasn't. It was my gift from Tom Hansen's friend. And honestly, I opened it up and I just have to show you this. I can't wait to review it and let you know exactly how it is. But just on my first glance, the smell, I wish you could smell this. It's absolutely, look how whipped that is. It's fabulous. And honestly, I can't decide if it smells like cake or vanilla ice cream. Either way, I'm like, I'm gonna have to keep this away from my puppy because it smells so incredible that if it smells good enough to eat. So I know if I'm getting that sensation, I can only imagine what he'd be like sniffing his nose around this. It just smells delicious. And this is the night cream, which I'm really excited about trying. And again, oh my God, look at that. It's just super whipped and fabulous. Not too whipped, so that you lose, the product. Because sometimes when things are too whipped, you're just getting air and a little bit of product. This is dense, it's whipped, it's thick, it smells incredible. And even hot people hydrate, that's what it says. Well, I consider myself someone hot, right? I'm joking, relaxed. Anyway, I cannot wait to try this. I'm really looking forward to trying Sourced. So far, I'm highly impressed. Packaging is beautiful, it smells divine, and yeah, I'm excited about trying it. Or should I say, I'm completely motivated about trying it. That's what it says on my cup, a cup of motivation. Okay, so the other thing that was in the bag was this. I want to tell you a little story about this particular glove, because this particular glove has been on its own little journey. December 25th, 2025. December 19th, 2025. I pulled up to the garage near the studio, and I was carrying some Christmas gifts that I'd had for some of the pages and some other people at my job. And I remember having two gloves in my hand. One I had on my hand, and the other one, for some reason, even though it was cold, I had kind of wrapped it around the handle of one of the bags because the bag was heavy and I felt like it was cutting into my hand. I don't know why I just didn't put it on, but I just, for some reason, decided to carry it. Well, after walking about 5 minutes to the actual building, and then probably another 3 to 5 minutes to the actual studio, I discovered, after taking my coat off and putting my bag down, because I had my backpack on and two bags in my hands, that one of the gloves was missing. So as you do, I start frantically looking for everything, because honestly, I know it's just a glove, but it's my favorite glove. I just love how different it is. I love it, and they're really hard to find. I can't even remember where I actually bought this particular glove, but I knew that I loved this glove. I loved how unique and different it was. And I've never been someone who really follows fashion. I kind of do my own thing. I wear what makes me, Tanaj Perry, feel comfortable, regardless as to what anybody else thinks. I decided, getting back to the subject, I had decided to backtrack and see if I could locate this glove. So I went all the way back to the parking lot, looking in all the crevices along the side of the street. They were actually doing some construction, so I was looking down between the bollards, you call them dividers. Looking down there, I went into the grocery store and the food market to see if someone had handed it in there, because there's a lot of traffic. There's also a big, not hotel, a big apartment building. I went in there to see if someone had handed it into Lost and Found. And then I went into my car, and it was not in my car. I thought maybe it had fallen down. You know, that little side area with your seat. I thought maybe it had fallen down there. And unfortunately, it had not. It was gone. I backtracked my way back to work to do the same thing, and was still continued looking, and was really upset when I could have found it. But I refused to give up on this glove. I couldn't toss it away. When I went home that night, I had my one lonely little glove, and I placed it over a little glass frame in my bedroom, like mourning the loss of my glove. It kind of like traveled around my house for a while. I'd move it over here to the dining room, to the kitchen, to the bedroom, to the spare bedroom, to the dressing room. I just kind of moved it around. And Tuesday, this last Tuesday just gone, I looked at it as it was just hanging over the armchair in the spare bedroom, and I just said, I can't. I just can't throw this glove away. I have to keep it because I strongly believed that it was going to come back to me. So I left it right there in the chair. And actually, no, I didn't leave it in the chair. I decided that I'll put it away, but I can't throw it away. So I put it away in the bottom drawer of my cabinet in the bedroom. Today, as I was leaving work, I decided to quickly pop into the powder room because I knew I was going to take a little trip out into Jersey. And I bumped into a young lady, and she said to me, "My goodness, Tanaj, I haven't seen you in such a long time." And I said the same thing to her. It'd been a while, and my schedule had been up and down and changed everywhere, so I wasn't seeing people on a regular basis. And she said to me, "Tanaj, do you remember that glove that you lost? Do you still have it? Do you still have the other one?" And I said, "It's so funny you should say that, because I was looking at that glove yesterday and I couldn't part with it. I can't throw it away." She goes, "Well, I have the other one." And I was like, "What?" She said, "Yes, Tanaj, I found the other one." She goes, "I've been holding onto it for the longest time. It's just that I hadn't seen you." She goes, "Wait right here." And I'm in the bathroom and I'm thinking, are you kidding me? Bloomin' heck. I would refuse to let this glove go. And all of a sudden, it comes back to me. And I said, "You know something? I believe that this is a lesson in faith." This to me was just a little miracle moment to show that I didn't give up the faith. I didn't give up believing that this was going to come back to me, and it did. And where is it? This is the one that came back to me. So now I have my perfect pair back. And I honestly, I know it may seem, it's just gloves, Tanaj. Yes, they are. But honestly, the fact that I refused to believe that it was gone. And I believed with every fiber of my being that this was going to be returned to me. It was going to be restored back to me. And it was. I truly believe that that was a lesson in faith. So in saying that, I want to say to you, if you're going through something really difficult right now, no matter what it is, whether it's people giving you a hard time, job giving you a hard time, just the situation, just life itself, don't give up. Do not give up. Keep the faith and keep on going. Let people think what they're going to think. Let them. It's okay. Keep the faith, keep strong, keep praying, and I promise you things will turn around for the good. That being said, darling, I am super hungry and cannot wait to devour this. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you again very soon. Bon appetit for you and for me. Toodles, darling.